All I'll do is pass your information on to any prosecutors that are pertinent.
I mean, I have proof of him doing extreme things, like I said, setting up days worth of endless things to where they SWAT call and do all this and try to enact 5150 holds, and they've attempted to try to set up stuff in a lot of police and courts here to get my child taken, and I have proof of that, plus them all planning it background together with him on it. I mean, just, and him even admitting to it, like, you know, and I mean, it's extreme the lengths he's gone to on us to target us and to terrorize us, and knowing it's an open and active investigation and we're witnesses. And I mean, it's terrible what he's done, and he's even admitted outright that he's trying to drive me to suicide and this other, and I have him, recorded saying he's trying to do the same to others to get them killed, and they have put out stuff that's false and everything else around here. In our lives, and still is, threats, blackmail, doxing. He's tried to have my child falsely taken from me. He has said outright, and I mean, I have proof of this. Proof of absolutely every bit of it. He has attempted to push me to suicide. he has, with groups online, and by their own admittances and with absolute proof of it, they have worked to target my minor children and my son as blackmail efforts to gain everything I know about Summer Wills, but they've also, with my ex-partner who I was with for almost 30 years, who beat and hurt us and everything else that orders protection against, they worked to try to get custody of my child by falsely calling in and trying to get 5150 holds on me. I mean, he has swatted us, called cops, done everything, been online talking in sexual terms about my child, admitted even the other day that he's done all these things, but he thinks the statute's up on him, so he's not going to face any penalty. I mean, this is the levels he's gone to run us for 2.5 years now is insane. Alright, guys, so I am here, obviously. I don't want to be here. I thought it pertinent to be here. Bunch of goofy shit. Posterity, all that, blah, blah, blah. More evidence of, right? So, last night, this group continues again. Not only their seasonal cycle, but their cycles on us is the norm. And once again, they're pissed because I had something to say about old Ryan over there, and you know how they don't like it when I have anything to say about their new bullshit plans of screwing with everything. So they've lit up again in earnest, right? I mean, they're always going somewhere around here where it concerns us. And Summer's case and everybody they can fuck with around it. So anyway, last night, once again, basically just more evidence of same bullshit, right? They are the gift that keeps on compiling. So what you have is when everything was happening last night with Zig and all that. Floppy pops up again, right? Oh, so does everybody else. Boy, I tell you what. Right now we're at like the 19-hour time mark type thing, right? Especially as soon as I made that post. But yeah, it's been a day. Well, boy. Yeah. So they're all a buzz, and it's all about guess what? Oh, that's right. Typical shit. So anyway, let me see if I can find this piece. Alright. I think I found it. No, dear. Are the trolls in? Do I have to make a babysitter? Is that what it is? Anyway, we can see, and I'm just gonna leave the trolling, because it's more proof of what the hell happens when you mention certain creators around here. So each one that wants to send that, and by the way, Floppy is live as soon as he's seen this one, he come up because I guess he needs holiday funds and somebody else's name on the channel. Don't really care, but here's the deal, right? Hold on. So last night, when everything began, and they were heckin' mad, and all of them wanted to make me material again and do all their garbage, the whole group of them. And that's continued, and it all hits on a timing mark. You can't really mistake it for anything else, right? So anyway, and it's been continuing since I'm eating their new food group, and what they're trying to screw everybody with for the season. But here we go again, right? And it is also the holiday season. They do enjoy this, and well, they got to make their shit somehow, right? And that's usually on us or the terrorization of my children, my family, somebody. So anyway, last night, Homie, for the first time in ever, I guess, went live. Now, I didn't see this. I don't look over all that often anymore, but this was brought to my attention today by several. I assume I'm supposed to put eyes on it and come on. I don't know it, but I'm not giving them the fucking bullshit they want today. So here's the deal. All right. This one apparently last night. Y'all just tell Mandy thank you for bringing up algorithms and such. We appreciate it, dear trolls. All right. So anyway, here's the thing. This one, for the first time ever, goes live. What's he doing? Well, he's attacking some. I don't know what Kiki did. I don't care, honestly. I know a couple bits there a while back when he was targeting or whatever. He took her channel, threatened to call people, do whatever on her and children, grandchildren. I don't know. Last night, there he goes again with some sort of about her and children again. I don't know, and threatening them. It's like his specialty around here. So then, I'm gonna listen for a minute.
Crazy. Me and Mama Keyz had to talk about this. She said in her time, this wouldn't be a big deal. I said, I agree. Yeah, no, and I listened to this weeks after this shit happened. Even when
and I guess that was Mama Keyz, telling him that whatever this lady is doing with her kids is normal or something. I don't know. Anyway, but whatever. But he's, I don't know. Different
I said right here,
way,
we're
going to listen for a minute.
I believe that when you look at the laws, a lot of times the laws are interpreted and they leave growth in them for what they call contemporary community standards. It has nothing to do with the internet. But that's the way they word the growth, that they leave room for growth by this or contemporary community standards of the present day.
Now, see, this is Floppy, obviously, doing his little cute ha-ha, and Laws ain't caught up with text, so I can harass whoever the fuck I want to online and with groups and targeted efforts, and especially women and children, and get away with it, unlike in real life. So that's his little cute ha-ha. Once again, at that, right? Yeah.
I do believe that at a period in time, this probably was suitable. Or, depending at where you are in the YouTube continuum, is suitable now.
You should have heard DAs and prosecutors laugh the other day when I told them about, and over the course of time, but the other day, especially after Keyz got on my life and was doing his statutes have run out thing and all this other crap, because he wants it to be so for him and his group of merry idiots. You should have heard district attorneys and prosecutors laughing. Because you see, each time they do this, well, and then also, federal crimes run different statutes. And well, when you do this shit in a group and organized fashion online, it hits certain federal criminal standards. And when you're doing an open active investigations, especially when you're tampering with courts, police, services, misusing, all that shit, and there's proof of it, especially several years of compiled proof of it. It takes on a whole new thing, you see. And anyway, and every time they do this, and see where I can link each and every one of these creators back to stalking us, creating databases on us, even, as far back as Helden Proof that Candace and Dawn within the first hours, and for weeks and months after, we're giving out all of our personal information and shit, along with Monster's mom and all the other bullshit to online. Well before here, and these people hunting us down within hours of summer vanishing, well, it does take on a whole new thing. This is not, well, you've got a year to prosecute after somebody punches you in the face. It takes on a whole different thing. Anyway, carrying on.
However, the suitable itself has become malleable. The whole ideal of what is suitable, right? We're going to come here and do the most wild shit ever. I saw a comment from a lady today who had united forces with someone. We all know this.
And what he means is they can come here and do the most wild shit, and they think get by with it, because it's online laws haven't quite met tech yet. And so, that's his little attempt at fancying up shit with words he doesn't understand. But anyway.
Story. One comment in the whole thread, and it is, right? We're going to come here and do the most wild shit ever. I saw a comment from a lady today who had united forces with someone. We all know the story. One comment in the whole thread, and it is, I'm going to...
So she united with someone in the group or with a group fashion. Okay. All right, carry on.
Call the detectives and try to see wild shit ever. I saw a comment from a lady has become malleable. The whole ideal of what is suitable, right? We're going to come here and do the most wild shit ever. I saw a comment from a lady today who had united forces with someone. We all know the story. One comment in the whole thread, and it is, I'm going to call the detectives and try to see if I can get something reinvigorated. Mind you, that this thing we wish to reinvigorate, it lacked vigoration in.
Now, I don't know, Helen, because you see what comes up next is him talking about me, right?
So I know that I heard he had people in there threatening to call the police on him and detectives and to get a hold of those, that he's, you know what I mean. So, but then what happens is this funky thing where then he brings me up right after this. So to me, it's like this double-edged sword of who the hell is Keyz targeting today, right? Who the hell is that? One never knows. Probably a little everybody, right? But it's sitting a little strange with me. So anyway,
In the forefront. That's why it's not a thing now. But to think in all of our celestial YouTube power. Know the story. One comment in the whole thread, and it is, I'm going to call the detectives and try to see if I can get something reinvigorated. Mind you, that this thing we wish to reinvigorate, it lacked vigoration in the forefront. That's why it's not a thing now. But to think in all of our celestial YouTube power that we could go back and change the details of a situation that never met the threshold for wrongdoing. I want to leave you with that. The power that the YouTubers think they have. Yeah. It's as strong as the power. Watch this. Jody Sue thinks she has the power. Her channel is dying. Wait. Her channel is just about dead. Oh, everyone else does this for money except for me. Oh. 3 years later, I'm still not a YouTuber. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Oh, they're gonna talk about calling the folks. They're gonna talk about doing this, doing that. Oh boy, so tough they are. Oh, so tough you are. I don't know, folks. But let me tell you this. Kiki, on the account of your granddaughter, baby, I sure hope that you can get this shit together. Because it seems as if you need to go back to the drawing board on cybersecurity, what it's going to take for you to try to get this situation intact for your granddaughter. But in all respect, right? Please try to grab yourself some levity, some gravity to the situation, and baby, get this baby safe. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm just stopping by on a Passover. Anyways, I'll check y'all later. Have a great night. Kiki's eyes. Quit fucking up, man. Listen, you're living on your second chance all the time. All of us are. We've been given a second chance. And when you live on the second chance, after the second chance is over, there ain't no third one, right? So
And then I happened to check in over at the Glares for the first time in eons earlier, and it was almost over, right? And I was just like, whatever. And then I seen the hashtags. I was like, oh, what the fuck, right? Anyway, but I only checked in because Jennifer Coffendorfer, and whatever the hell his issue is there. But, and if you remember, she was also, I believe, in the Discords and things, and I don't know, group stuff with Summer's case and all that here, and weird things. So anyway, here's the deal. I rewind. I go back, catch this spot. Real strange.
They're learning new developments out of Massachusetts in the Karen Reed case.
We are going to get this started. Here we go. Thank you, Grandmaster Sophos. I appreciate it, buddy.
We are learning new developments out of Massachusetts in the Karen Reed case.
New developments.
The Boston Globe is reporting that the district attorney is saying he is mystified by the FBI's involvement, saying they don't have jurisdiction over a state murder trial. Reed, as you may know, is the woman accused of killing her cop boyfriend.
They don't. Okay? See, already, whoever, now, this isn't Court TV's fault. They're saying, what, Boston Globe? Who do they say? Let's do that again.
In the Karen Reed case, the Boston Globe is reporting that the district attorney is saying he is...
The district attorney is saying, okay, Morrissey, douche, pass the clear gravy. Right now. I saw you.
We are learning new developments out of Massachusetts in the Karen Reed case.
New developments.
The Boston Globe is reporting that the district attorney is saying he is mystified by the FBI's involvement, saying they don't have jurisdiction over a state murder trial. Reed, as you may know, is...
And Saturdays. But I saw somebody in chat say something about him going live tonight. So if he does go live tonight, make sure to catch him. I don't know if he actually is or not, but make sure to catch him. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Turtle Boy ends up getting to speak with this person that I put him in contact with, because it will get a lot more traction. Most definitely, it should get a lot more traction and more attention on this case, and that's what this case needs, is more attention. And I gotta tip my hat to Court TV and Vinnie Politan for for giving these people, these experts on his panel, even Coffindoffer, a mic to speak up and give their perspectives on how this case is being handled and why the feds are looking into it. And yes, even Coffindoffer, because she just ended up looking stupid, clearly. And yeah, that's it. So I don't know, Cherry. But I don't know how he has members or what, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that. That has nothing to do with me. Oh, it's not yeah, Patty Murphy is clearing that up. It's not, yeah, it's through his own website. It's not through YouTube. So, okay. So it's not a YouTube thing. I think it's Cherry can grab a link for that and share it in chat. Okay. So it's not a YouTube thing. I think it's another thing that he's going live on. So, and if I want a link to that, Cherry, if you could find that quickly, I would really appreciate it. That way, those who are not members and are interested in what Turtle Boy has to say in regards to that, I'd like to be able to go ahead and share that in the chat. Yeah, for those paid members, right. If Cherry can grab a link for that and share it in chat, that would be really helpful. But yeah, man. People, things are definitely in motion. Things are definitely in motion as far as creating awareness, because right now, the pendulum is definitely leaning on the side of justice for John O'Keefe and support for Karen Reed's innocence, locally in Massachusetts. But the traction is picking up nationwide. So if you are fact driven, if you've done your homework, if you know all the facts, share this stuff to your social media. Make sure to, I mean, because it's not just me who can do this. It's not just Turtle Boy that can do this. It's not just the other channels, the many other channels on YouTube that are trying to create awareness here. But it's actually you guys that are the most important. You guys who have your social media profiles, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Make sure to share these things, not just inside the group, but outside the group too. Make people aware. You know, talk about it with your coworkers. Thank you, Cherry. I'm going to go ahead and pin that now. So the Turtle Boy members link is pinned in the chat. So if you're not a member for Turtle Boy, make sure to become a member. And there's Sleuthy. Sorry, Sleuthy, but we're wrapping this up now. You're a little late. But you can catch the replay. This isn't as long as the normal ones that I do. I got a little baby puppy to attend to, and I got to take him out and walk him and everything. And I'm looking forward to just relaxing for the rest of the night. But I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys very much. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, make sure to subscribe to all of the channels that I shared tonight. Make sure to subscribe to all of those channels. Make sure to subscribe to Turtle Boy's membership if you can. And keep your ear to the grindstone, folks, because there's going to be more stuff that is going to come to light. Oh man, thank you, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. And yeah, man, the way it's looking, I'm getting more and more on fire for this case. So hopefully I'll be heading to Boston for the or heading to Canton, and more specifically for the Karen Reed trial. So I'm going to be looking forward to that if I can. No promises, but I'm going to do the very best I can. But I am going to wrap.
E-sleuths, and internet detectives. Web sleuths, e-sleuths, and internet detectives are all different names for the same concept. Web users who take to YouTube, Reddit, Facebook groups, and forums to try to solve crimes. Yet, the nexus of crime and social media has opened a Pandora's box of frightening behaviors, manipulation, and tragedy for millions to experience, and sometimes take part in real time. The instant public accessibility of a huge number of databases and social media archiving every minutia of our everyday lives in real time has helped the true crime community grow. And though many web sleuths work with empathy and diligence, the exceptions pose dangerous consequences. This is the story of one such exception.
Only with a fucking camera, you're a liar. Who are you? He's so angry, right?
Part First Amendment auditor.
I can't believe I have to wear the same uniform as this clown, as this corrupt pig. Look at you. Look at you.
Part narcissistic cult leader.
I'm not looking for an argument. This is a direction, a directive. Either you trust me or you don't. Okay? So trust me. When I say something, just please don't argue. Just trust me. That's it. Okay? That's it.
And 100% toxic cry bully.
So I want to make sure the message is sent here. If you fuck with me, if you try to sue me, I'm not going to go after you. I'm going to go after your fucking family.
This is the story of Aiden Kearney and how he is exploiting one community's tragedy to gain attention, clout, and cash, destroying lives in the process and working with an accused killer to harass and intimidate potential witnesses against her.
The look on her face, those are not Betty Davis eyes.
You feel pretty strongly about, wanting to believe everything she says.
Well, here's the thing, Al.
The evidence.
Now, just because you didn't do it.
I said,
could I have hit him?
The Lexus taillight breaking, coming in contact with a human being and not a hard surface, makes no sense to me.
Police say they found this at the scene, pieces of broken taillights. We know who did it, Steve. We know. You all know.
Yes, we do.
Police report presented Wednesday during Karen Reed's arraignment in Stoughton Court provides a clearer timeline of the tragic details leading up to her boyfriend's death. The Mansfield woman, an adjunct professor at Bentley, is accused of hitting John O'Keefe with her SUV Saturday.
New intrigue and even conspiracy theories surfacing around the case against Karen Reed. Her attorney's now poking holes in accusations she hit her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, with her vehicle and killed him.
Although at first Karen Reed, through her defense, referred to O'Keefe's death as a, quote, tragic accident, in April of 2023, Reed's defense filed an extensive motion detailing an extremely complicated conspiracy theory, absolving Ms. Reed of all responsibility. Around this time, Karen, through a friend, reached out to Aidan Kearney, who immediately started aggressively pushing this theory.
We're all here for the defendant. We're all here for some convicted, some charge. They want us to convict her. They want to convict her. And alleged murderer, Karen Reed. We're all here to support her. I'm not in the habit of supporting murderers, so this is my first time.
And villainizing the victim's friends and family, as well as the owner of the home and his family.
They want to turn John O'Keefe's kids into their kids, because their kids all turn out screwed up. And they want to turn that whole town, the whole incestuous town, into a bunch of Alberts and McCabe's. No doubt about it. But we're not going to let that happen, because the Alberts and the McCabe's aren't going to be around too much longer.
What the fuck is wrong with Peggy O'Keefe? Oh, she's fucking old. You're being mean to the mother. Well, fuck her too, okay? Fuck her too. You're old and we have to be nice to fucking old people, especially when their fucking kids died and we have to fucking play all nice with you and shit. Well, I'm not gonna be fucking nice anymore. Open your fucking eyes. And yeah, Paul, talk about your mama. What's she gonna do about it? You fucking drunk, you fucking raging alcoholic. Fuck those people, man. Fuck them. I don't give a shit.
Thousands of amateur web sleuths believe that the local police, the state police, crime lab, everyone at the home that night, the medical examiner's office, the district attorney, emergency room doctors, the judge, and the victim's own friends and family have conspired together to murder John O'Keefe and cover it up with no articulable motive. And they believe it is all to frame a woman who was seen on camera consuming 7 to 9 drinks before getting behind the wheel of her Lexus SUV, whose taillight was found in pieces near the body, and repeatedly stated to multiple witnesses, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Sure, the police found pieces of her taillight in the snow near the body, and the crime lab found microscopic pieces of her taillight in John's clothing. But don't worry, they have an answer for that too.
Can you talk about the taillight fragments on John? Yeah, I'll talk about them real quick. So those were planted by a guy by the name of Michael Proctor. He took a bunch of fucking he took a taillight, smashed it all up, and threw some shit on the shirt, and then held on to it for a year, and then got it tested, and now there's taillight on it. End of story. That's what happened. Do I have evidence that happened? No, but he plants shit all the time, and he's a dishonest hack. And Karen didn't hit him with the car, so how the fuck did those get on there? Michael Proctor put him there. Boom. Mystery solved. Columbo up in this bitch.
But one person who does have a motive to fan the flames on these wild conspiracies is Aidan. And he often articulates it clearly.
How much is going to Karen Reed? Okay. First of all, what a cunty question to ask. How much is going to Karen Reed? Because I know what you're getting at there. You're insinuating that, like, well, certainly a certain amount of this should. Are you keeping it? Are you keeping all the profits? Just to be clear, I'm keeping 100% of the profits and $0 are going to Karen Reed.
Aidan is making a lot of money and garnering a lot of attention from simping for accused cop killer Karen Reed.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Vinny.
Let me...
From simping for... Aidan is making a lot... Aiden is making. Aiden is making. Aiden is making. Aiden is making. Aiden. Aiden. Aiden is making. Aiden is. Aiden is making a lot of money and garnering a lot of attention from simping for accused cop killer Karen Reed.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Vinny.
Let me start here. Aiden, Turtle Boy, what do you prefer?
You can call me Turtle Boy.
Okay, I'll go with Turtle Boy. No, not a problem. I understand. That's what everybody calls you. So,
But don't be fooled by his blatant self-serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure messaging app that they are able to exchange information about her defense that has not been made public yet and may not even be admissible at trial.
Sent in on Friday.
Serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure messaging app that they are able to exchange information about her defense that has not been made public yet and may not even be admissible at trial.
Sent in on Friday.
Beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure messaging app that they are able to exchange information about her defense that has not been made public yet and may not even be admissible at trial.
Sent in on Friday.
what was sent in on Friday?
The motion. I mean, I've had it.
Which motion?
The motion in opposition to the Commonwealth's motion to prohibit extrajudicial
Yeah,
states.
I have not received a hard copy yet of that motion. And so it was not received on Friday. That's not true.
It was not received.
It's not on the docket. It's not on the docket, correct?
Wait, I just checked now, and it's there, but there's no image attached to it, so you can't read it.
Right, well, I said, though, that it was docketed just a few minutes ago, right? And you told me it was docketed on Friday.
No. It was sent in on Friday.
All right, but I didn't receive it on Friday, so I don't know why you're saying that it was sent in on Friday. What information do you have that it was sent in on Friday?
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up your little leagues. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Do you have that it was sent in on
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up your little leagues. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Do you have that it was sent in on
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up your little leagues. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Do you have that it was sent in on
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up your little leagues. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Do you have that it was sent in on
I have sources.
They can also coordinate some of the most shocking and overt witness harassment and intimidation ever documented on social media.
We will never stop protesting. You think it's uncomfortable now? Wait till we start showing up at your Little League games. Like, things are about to get really uncomfortable.
Disgrace! You're a disgrace! Disgraceful! Disgraceful! He's a disgrace! Look at him! He's a disgrace! Bring shame to the Boston Police Department! What a loser! What a loser!
Shame on you!
Again, another one, man. We're chopping them down. Kerry Roberts, no show. Laura Sullivan, no show. Ken Dugal, no show. This guy behind him, Anthony Bianco, no show. We are chopping these people down one by one and shaming them from coming out. We are shaming them. Public shaming works. Proves that they have nothing and they're all watching this. And I just want to let them know that I'm thoroughly, truly enjoying watching them squirm and struggle and cry and complain and knowing that there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing. They were uncomfortable on Tuesday when they had to walk through that gauntlet of court. They hated that. Oh, shouldn't have let me know that. That's like an invitation to do it louder next time.
The campaign of harassment was at first focused mainly on Jennifer McCabe, a close personal friend of John O'Keefe and his family, and a potential state's witness against Karen Reed. Aiden characterized her as one of the real murderers, despite no criminal charges ever being filed against her, and no evidence to support his claims.
I am so sick of hearing about how we need to leave Jen McCabe alone. She's not being charged with a crime. She's a witness. No, I'm just so sick of the people being like, oh, maybe we should ease up on Jen McCabe. Maybe we shouldn't, actually. Maybe we should increase it. That's what we should do. Maybe I haven't seen Jen McCabe since the lacrosse incident, and she needs to be reminded who her daddy is.
He has accosted her outside of court hearings, harassed her at one of her daughter's lacrosse games, published her name, address, phone number, and social security number on his website, made several trips to her property uninvited, and bombarded her with unwanted calls, text messages, and voicemails.
All of it. Allie McCabe, she can get it too. They can all get it. We've left the second generation out of this for a bit. That's over. Except for Brian Albert Jr., because he looked functionally retarded. But besides him, the rest of them, they're all going to get it. They're all going to get it. And, hey, Jen, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here.
It's a school-sponsored event.
Yes, it is. How do you feel about murder of police officers? How do you feel about murder of police officers? Okay, well, she murdered a police officer.
No, that is so untrue.
Oh, it's not cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. So 2 cop killers don't like being asked about it. Oh, there's Jen. Let's see if they come to the door. So I definitely saw Jen in there. I think they can hear us on the ring too. They're, the murder of a Boston police officer. These are cop killers, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cop killer right there. Cop killer. Cop killer. That's what you are. That's all you're ever going to be. It's a cop killer. Once I heard that Jen McCabe goes out in public, once I heard that she does, like, I'm like, okay, so at least Brian Albert is really doing what he's supposed to be doing, hiding like a cornered rat. Like, that's what you should be doing, is moving out of Canton, picking shit up, leaving. But no, Jen McCabe is so arrogant that she insists on still living life like everything's normal.
While still focused on ruining Jennifer McCabe and her family, Aiden turned his attention to Colin Albert, the teenage nephew of the owner of the home where John O'Keefe was found outside.
You think I'm scared of your fucking pussy son, Colin? Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
Nephew of the owner of... While still focused on ruining Jennifer McCabe and her family, Aiden turned his attention to Colin Albert, the teenage nephew of the owner of the home where John O'Keefe was found outside.
You think I'm scared of your fucking pussy son, Colin? Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for Colin. And something tells me he won't be able to control his temper like you did. He can get some. He can get some too. There won't be a dog there to back him up this time. I'm not afraid of your stupid son. Believe me, I could kick the shit out of your stupid son. So please, please.
Although Colin was not at the home at the same time as Karen Reed or John O'Keefe, and is only a teenager who is less than half their ages, this has not deterred Aiden and Karen from targeting him and setting out to ruin his life. Aiden has made it his mission to accuse Colin of murder as loudly and publicly as possible, despite occasionally admitting he has no idea what happened, to attempt to protect himself from civil liability in the future.
Inside 34 Fairview Road, and Colin Albert was present inside. Now, did Colin Albert kill him? I don't know. I can't be sure of that. 2 children are left orphaned because John O'Keefe was murdered by Brian Albert and by Colin Albert and that freaking dog and every other single person in that house who remains quiet to this day.
Colin has become the target of relentless harassment and bullying, perpetrated by adults, some of whom have children his age. He has been repeatedly and explicitly accused of beating John O'Keefe to death, despite no evidence to support these wild claims against him. Like the many potential witnesses in this case, Aiden has barraged Colin with unwanted phone calls, texts, voice messages, visits to his home, baseless accusations, and threats against his life.
This is the Alberts. Let's find out.
The intense cyberbullying and harassment spearheaded by Aiden and his baseless accusations tragically prompted this young man to abandon his burgeoning college football career out of fear for his personal safety and the safety of his teammates. This was a fact celebrated by Aiden's followers, who called for Colin to end his own life.
Colin's suicidal, something like that. It's complete bullshit. He's not suicidal, okay? Don't kill yourself, Colin. Turn yourself in. Do the right thing. That's what I recommend.
Destroying a young man's psyche is not enough for Aiden, however. He continues to relentlessly harass not only the boy, but his whole family, constantly showing up to his father's pizza shop to proudly ruin the family's business and livelihood and place their employees in fear.
I go down to your pizza shop and I stand out there for an hour and I yell shit about your son. I just shit all over your child, Chris. Your middle child. I go down there and I shit all over him and I accuse him of some of the most heinous things possible. And I affect business. People don't want to go into your business because of the things that I'm saying. I'm telling cars going by what your family did and what you're being accused of and what you've done to cover this thing up and what a scumbag you are and how you don't pay your bills. And I'm standing there. And you know where you were, Chris? Hiding in the back.
To scare local children in the town in a scene very reminiscent of Chili DeCastro's Memorial Day parade spectacle.
Cop killers, cop callers. How ironic. How about that? Blood pizza. Don't get the pizza. It's tainted in blood. They kill people inside. Well, mostly on Fairview Road or the highway. But, maybe in there too. I don't know. The owners of Danny Pizza. The pizza's covered in blood here because they kill people inside. Watch out. Be careful, kids.
In this account, I am Z Woman. I think the moment they fuck up is when they say, I don't give a shit what you say about me or anything else. I just want you to speak, blah, blah. You're scared, you know. Right. Anyway, you can see the post that's on, right? That's the one about Ziggy turning Fred in. This one, I don't know. I'm apparently nuts, according to whoever the hell that is. Trying to distract from the fact that she's a suspect. Right. Okay. Y'all seen the intro video, right? Then you've also heard Pruitt. I don't know. Whatever you say. And now I got some jackass back there 5 hours ago being an idiot talking about Fred taking Dawn's white truck to crush. I don't know. You can't fix stupid. But that's on the Ziggy one too. Anyway. And then I noticed that the cat did a piece, right? Now this cat in particular is connected with the gang thing and definitely connected with Jenny and Adrian you know, Gabble Geeks and Sassy / Krama / whatever. So there's the connect there. And remember the other day when this one put out pieces during a certain timing event? Yeah, okay. So, and that one. Yeah. So here we go again. I'm not watching this, so we're all just going to discover together. You want to?
Hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia. Now listen, I had planned on practicing some Christmas carols and, having it be a little bit different content. Not covering the same old usuals that I usually do because they're usually the ones acting a fool. But, y'all, I'm just telling you, Jody Sue Brown is on something. I mean, she's even being crazier than her normal crazy. I don't know what's going on with her. So I decided I just need to practice another Christmas carol with her. So, here we go. Here comes Jody Sue, here comes Jody Sue, right down YouTube Lane. Cigarettes, a hospital bracelet, and all the lies she's pulling, all the chains. No bells are ringing. She said no children better be singing, for all is scary and fright. So close your...
Now, I don't remember being Ryan's wife who was raising hell about children being happy in a Santa train and Christmas carols playing, but okay, fine.
And cover your ears, cause Jody Sue's gonna be live again all night.
Aww.
Well, there's that one, darlings. I don't know, I tell you what, we probably could do one song after another about her. The way she's going on. Something going on with her. Not sure what it is. Something going on. Alright, darlings. Miss T, I'll see you soon.
Oh, and there's old Bones, right? She had to do a live today after last night. She had to do one today about what she clearly did. I don't know, but now it's and you'll notice how this fits the theme of the I am Z woman, right? Comments held in the background where suddenly it refers to itself as me and Z, whatever. But anyway, yep. Anyway, so you notice. Oh god, I clicked on it. I definitely did not want to do that because I don't care what it has to say. Quite frankly, I'll download it for later compilation purposes, compiling, whatever. But otherwise, no. I better shut to do my life today. So, anyways, you can see the Z comments in the background held. Go along with the theme of what are you afraid of, right? And the whole nine. I don't know what the fuck these dogs are doing. It's fine. So, then let me see here. Anyway, so it's been a whole bunch of garbage, right? But anyway, yeah, I think, and I know the first bit may have been a little off, but here's the thing. The reason I played those things at the beginning, I can't imagine why the FBI is suddenly, got the DAs like, what the fuck? You don't have, why are you here in the Karen Reed situation? This isn't fair. What? Now I know the glare and all. I don't know. Because Court TV and News Nation have a flavor for me. Coffin Doctor has their own flavor as well, and hell, even the glare in that piece is making fun of how they continue to have those like JLR and these tragedy pimps on, and that was goddamn ridiculous. And I'll agree there, but anyway, the thing is that I'd imagine part of the FBI involvement or sudden interest, whatever, and how it would hit FBI. I mean, like, I don't know, when you have like probably main or prime suspects using online personalities, YouTubers, to target, harass, etc., to disseminate, bullshit, to tamper with jury pools, to screw about with everything, and to, like court systems and shit like that, and court cases, and set up shit and do weird fuck shit around that, open an active investigation. That hit, even online, man. And then they have all their chats and subs and shit talking shit. Like, I thought it weird tonight, the glare. Did you notice he told all the subs and chats and members and stuff to go fly like free birds and tell everybody about Turtle Boy and Karen Reed and all the bad things that are going on in that case? Right. Well, that's part of the problem, you see. Now, I don't know. His hashtag not said free Turtle Boy. I'm not sure what's happened to Turtle Boy. Maybe he's in fucking jail where he belongs. I hope that's what that means. I know they're wanting people to go to, I don't know. All I'm saying is there's probably more than a few reasons why the feds are suddenly interested in the Karen Reed case. And the thing is that there's definitely federal laws being broken by tragedy pimps doing what they're doing in Karen Reed's case, especially working with those like her, right? Doing it on purpose and especially for profit. I don't know, man. So maybe that's it. Could be. Could be. Could very well be. Federal crimes have, federal laws have been broken by online group tragedy pimp efforts in the Karen Reed case. Could be that. And working in a well-organized group fashion online anyway, in order to harass, target, etc. people, requesting people to, all that shit, right? It's a fucking no-no. And, I gotta tell you, and like I just showed you with the timing and the weird fuck shit, oh no. Today for the 400 billionth time. And, even before we were public, this place is at fuck shit with us, right? Same shit. Now, for me, I know others are like, well, there was this thing going on, people are friendly, but you know what? People, I think, turning Benny in for harassment is whatever, if they feel that way. Apparently he's got problems with it. So I don't really give a shit what's going on in comment sections, but considering he left from the threat of what was it? We didn't push hard enough last time, etc. I kind of took that like a threat, right? So I'm like, man, are him and the group planning on fucking with some more court and police and other shit? Like they do all the time around here, but and they have the Karens and subs members and chat doing this shit all the time too. But here's the thing. I'm like, surely he means Kiki, because he can't mean Megan. Like, they didn't finish mission last time, with the year-long effort, the heart attack, all that shit, right? That was extreme, to say the least. And I mean, hell, just a couple months ago, asses over here trying to get me fucking outright murdered again. Not that that's ever stopped or that it will ever stop because of what they've done online. But anyway, so the deal is that I'm like, I'm not gonna have it because I don't know which way he quite means it. And that it literally popped up as soon as the Ziggy shit did last night. He pops up that shit and then mentions my name and then, I know they're vague fuckery trying to skirt laws and to make it not look like shit it is. So for me, I'm not taking chances in posterity is. So then the timing, also with all the rooms and how Shay's suddenly back on my ass after yikes. And I mean, this is a Shay that, I shared the community post earlier. I've shared it a million times. Y'all have heard the audio of her with the death threats and her going to buy Xanaxes illegally and the purposeful group effort to contact my siblings and my family members, this thing there, blah, 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 talking to them, trying to get it as blackmail material against me, them, etc., whatever, right? Robin as well, also another person in Summer's life in case. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all a little funky, ain't it? And do remember in those recordings, the ones that I have chosen to air outright, that Shay also, much like Jenny and Adrian and Penny, have vowed to destroy me at any cost. Like my actual life, not online, not taking channel down, but in real life. To destroy me as a human, to get at me, whatever, you see him working with my abuser and the children's abuser and, and all that shit and his stall pump and, in a organized group fashion to do that for this length. And see, here's the fucking sitch. Monster, and I have proof of it, has been here as long as, we have. Okay? So I don't want to hear anybody say otherwise. Always behind the fucking group, wiggling around somewhere. It is what it is. Whatever. Even with the orders, places, groups, gotten a hold of, all these things, right? Anyway, this is also a seasonal thing. They do enjoy, eating me alive during, holiday season, and my children, especially last year. I don't think we have to revisit what Beanie and others did to my children, and especially Little, and last year at this time, Annabelle and Dino, who I hear got hit by a car today after suddenly having, already issues, and Smiley putting her at. Now Dino's been hit by a fucking car. Oh no. Do I care? No, not really. Not really. But anyway, maybe karma's rolling around this fucking holiday season, but I doubt it. I'd say it's more of a holiday seasonal thing, honestly. Here also is somebody saying that Lady R's requesting prayers. I don't give a fuck what's going on in our world either. I'm sure it's just more holiday shenanigans with this group, but do I care either way? Not really. Now, the thing is, and everybody can look at me sideways all they want about it, but after what the fuck these people look, I'm not built that way. Alright? I'm just not. Nope. I'm not gonna be like, oh gosh, nah, I'm gonna pass. Once you fuck with me on a level, it's just, no, mm-mm. So, I'm gonna be, fuck them. I don't really care. And I just don't give a shit how anybody feels about that. But I just, whatever. So anyway, the whole deal is that, last year, same shit. Same shit. Same the year before too. But what you have here is them pissed again because, the narrative right now is that I just don't want anybody searching. I mean, how many times have we been over this narrative, right? Well, how many fucking narratives? But, it's always that I don't want people searching for something. Always this, always whatever, right? Man, so far from the fucking truth, it's unreal. I just don't want tragedy pimps and pieces of shit being all fucking around. Because they're dangerous. They're dangerous to cases, they're dangerous to other human beings, the way they go real life. They can offer this place out to you as some sort of entertainment. It's not. It's a criminal goddamn organization, bro. From bottom shit stains on the salad bar, all the way up to the top tier motherfuckers. With all the little, Goodwill themed financial search teams and shit that actually get into shit in between. So anyway, I have an issue with it. I have an issue with people being fucksticks. But Ryan, like we went over before being honest, hell, I advertised dude with the first video. Thought it was going to be a good thing. Duh. Right? Should have known better than that shit. Anyway, so I don't pay attention to him really after that. I don't give a shit what he's doing. And then shit gets brought to my attention today. Like, God bless. Really? So yeah, nice fuck around with their thing. But here's the thing, I'm pretty sure those around certain people are using tragedy pimps and Ryan to try to get inside of that jail and in contact with, just all these things. And I just don't like the feel of it. But either way, I don't care. And they will tell you that I'm, not wanting Fred to speak. Dude, I never give a fuck what Fred says. I mean, some of the shit's fucked up that I have heard. I've never went and listened to any of it full. I don't give a shit. Right? I literally do not give a shit. Most of you every time, like, you don't like when Laura come on or Fred, whatever. Past couple times they were, I remember, like, talking about shit. It's like, oh well, fuck it. I don't care. But, I mean, I can see where the fucking liabilities is with all of them. I've known all of them, like, my whole fucking life, bro, just about. So, and I also know that place, the people, live there, kin to half of, etc., blah, 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 blah. Like, man, y'all gonna miss me at this shit. I can semi-tell what the fuck's what, and I know what the fuck took place with all of them after Summer vanished, and their, at least, quote, real statements or how they've changed versus, what the fuck they're out here with you all. I'm like, whatever. Fuck around with YouTube, I guess, is the deal with Fred. I don't care. So the narrative that I'm afraid of Fred or Ziggy or any of these fuckers is absurd. Or that I'm afraid of what Fred's gonna say. Man, y'all realize Fred has been interviewed by feds, law enforcement. Hell, he was given lie detector tests a while back for Summer and Cotton. Right? Y'all realize this. Correct. Like, what the hell is YouTube even doing? Fucking with him or trying to get into that jail to him or interviews and shit. Like, dude, it looks like law enforcement and shit are doing whatever they need to. You know what they're doing? They're using Fred for entertainment and targeting and harassment and drama and blah, 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 blah. And new name drops and this and that and the other, right? That's all they're doing. They're not going to solve Summer's case or anything else but talking to Fred. They're attempting to tamper with other people around Summer's case in their life, though. That's what they've always fucking done here. They've hunted us down. I mean, within hours of her vanishing, they've not stopped. When did she do that, Di? I know that Laura vanished a bit. And that was, Bones had went on live, said everything been confiscated from Fred, blah, blah, whatever. Wasn't allowed to talk, I don't know, shit was being whatever. That had to do with the, graffiti on the cell wall 2 incident, whatever. And then she's like, well, it does turn out there's a real bad guy. Now, this is after her other blue solo cup stunt. Suddenly people show up at my fucking door. Shit happens in the jail with Fred. And Bones barely makes mention of it. Goes, well, it turns out there's a really actual bad dude on YouTube, and we didn't really know. Oops, and I think I want to stop now. But, December's December, bro. Anyway, and I know, after that, Laura spoke something, but then she's kind of vanished at, like, I remember hearing the last thing, or last that I can remember anyway. I don't know it's last, because I don't watch Bones that often. I download shit, and whatever, at this point. Because I know I have enough against all of them to do it ever when the time comes. Some of them's time's coming, like, now. So I'm just gonna make that real fucking clear. I'm real fed up with some of them. So anyway, last I remember hearing of her, Bones is on the phone with her, and she sort of spaced out something. Like, you can tell she didn't really want to be talking to Bones, whatever, And then she's like, oh, I gotta go, or something, or somebody else comes, I don't know. And she's like, whatever the hell, something about her daughter, and then it's the last I've known her to be on there. So either way, the thing is that, yeah, I mean, you guys, Ziggy ain't gonna solve it. Law enforcement and feds and stuff are, but here's the thing. It looks like they're doing their jobs for it to have polygraphs of late, uh, etc. Anyway, and I'll still continue to maintain, I don't give a shit what Fred says. Anywhere. Online or to these creators, I know he's fucking with them. Even he told me so, which it doesn't mean anything. It's Fred. Alright, and I can tell he is. It's like, at least for the first few. It's just what, I don't give a shit, man. I have nothing to fear. Alright, let's make that clear. I have nothing to fucking fear. Period. So, just is what it is there. So they can continue that narrative all they want. Really, duh. Well, is that the last time you can remember her being on with Bones? At least in public. And the sisters and the psychic shit and the search and who's pronoun and shit happened somewhere around that time with all that shit, as I recall. Because that's part of what the fuck was going on anyway. Anyway, no, they didn't believe. Well, I don't know. The psychic was in Canada directing other people to search or do whatever. I don't care what the fuck. It's, I think most in the community know it's stupid to let any of these fuckers anywhere near their properties. I don't think most realize how they're working, with certain folks. And also what this group is, about. What they've been trying to do and attempting to do throughout all of this, what their main goals have been at certain points, and end goal plus profiting off of anybody they can fucking further torment, terrorize, screw with, dox, you know, get on their properties and such to pretend that they're really doing something. They're just, whatever. But anyway, much like the Karen Reed case and Quentin Simons and stuff, you see this group, and just to equate it to Karen's, it's almost the same play. Think about it. Just what I showed you, man. We've been over this video before and it came out a few months ago, but, and we only went through part of it not, but think about it. The play is the same. Tragedy pimps, all the way down to this group, by the way, are doing shit at Karen Reed's request, or while in communication with her, in order to tamper with witnesses, intimidate them, blackmail. You have them, and that is what occurs in the rest of the video and shit. You have them targeting children, children of people who live nearby or are part of and around everything. Yeah, it's the same playbook, basically, that's in Summer's case. And I will tell you that these tragedy pimps are still trying to get near other witnesses that have not come public and do not want to be fucked with in any way. But people continue to try to do that. They're also putting people on even Candace and Don's property, and having them cozy up to certain motherfuckers around there and shit. Not being explicitly clear about who and what they are, and trying to get information from them that way. I think the people at the helm of that I think those, especially around like Mullen, for instance, using this group in contact with it, others, and asking them and requesting them to do certain things. And, you have a lot of these tragedy pimps down here absolutely agreeing to the fact that, yeah, they were asked to, or they were requested to, even by Mullen, C&D, etc., all these things, and others. A lot of them just do it because they can do it, and they get stupid Karens building channels and other little criminals and whatnot, finding their perfect little feeding pool here, but, and just partaking in it, but they find the stupid Karens that really think these tragedy pimps are really going to help save all the babies, that then build channels, and they're dumber than a box of rocks, and all they do is they're like chaos filler, right? It's absurd. But yeah, if you look at the playbook and what's going on around Karen Reed's trial and all it, and everything really, and Quentin's and all these. I mean, it's similar. It's the same playbook. And in each case, even Cash, Classic, Sincere, all these since What's Forward, they're doing this in every case, and it's basically the same playbook. And I gotta tell you, some of us who have kept their voices or gotten voices and still continue to try to use them and whatever, or fight back or speak out, boy, they're just like the tip glass abusers or any other fucking monsters, right? Then all of a sudden they're in their fifties about it, and they're like, they just don't like it. And they come up with whatever the fuck they can, do whatever they can, and they know doing that, like even out in the open in front of you all, they can stand there and just absolutely drag or annihilate me or whatever, my family, etc. And people are gonna be like, yay, entertainment. It's not fucking entertainment. You're literally watching like shit like witness intimidation and you're participating. You're watching them harm and abuse already traumatized children and minor witnesses. You're watching them create false suspects. You're watching them participating in the tainting of jury pools around cases. When you type all those comments, you know how the glare also in his piece earlier, I don't know if it played in that or not, but I did catch him telling people to go talk to their coworkers and shit at the water coolers about Karen's case. Like, that is literally the definition of these fucking tragedy pimps telling you all as buffers, because they can't outright be like, yeah, go do this for, right? They'll be like, oh, y'all just go talk about it. Go tell people about these injustices and how this person's a suspect and how this person's not. And then the more you put that in a public realm, well, Karen at water coolers, then go type some shit or go look up something like, oh, I don't know, YouTube or somewhere, get a search result for that. Maybe come view one of them and sub to and throw their money at them while they then use them in the same way to disseminate shit, to tamper and to fuck up cases with, right? This is how these people can skirt some laws. They use you all as part of that. And they also hope that, and then some of you, they gotten some real fuck shit behind the scenes, right? And other creators too. It's much like you see, it's fine. We've been through this. And then I don't know why any of these favorite mods or groupies or anything expecting different, or like these creators wouldn't turn and then do them the same way that they've had them help do others. But they always think that that's not going to happen to them, and then you'll see all of these tragedy pimps set them cold the fuck up. It's just like Honest Trade. Y'all remember all that scam shit, right? And then that was pinned on Honest, but that wasn't the case. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're astounded that she was doing that all on her own. What? No, we're cleaning up house now. No. No. There are several, more than several of those types of scams and shit I've seen around here. Also, they're just fucking notorious for shit. And the evidence I have behind some of these shit and things they've pulled, boy, tell you what. Yeah, and then you'll see this person like go under different. Some of them are on purpose, bro. They have like certain, subs or people that little, little monsters that wiggle in between you all that aren't creators. They'll have them go up and be like, oh, this is such whatever, and they're having a whatever, and this is happening, and we're gonna do whatever for them, and at the end they're like, no, and they're keeping the money or doing whatever, and then it's, when a lot of times they use something like that. I've seen that a couple times. They'll be like, oh, we're just going to pick this member of chat. They really need help, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes they really do find real people and do that too. Don't make any mistake. But a lot of times it's a setup type thing, right? They know that they can have people get out in front of you all and be like, their leg fell off or some shit, right? And be like, oh, look, we're doing great things for this chat member, whatever. And then Y'all donate, do whatever the fuck it is they need to, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, they'll discover this person's a scam artist or something, right? And then, or they'll be like, we're keeping them there. Well, we found out all this stuff on them suddenly, and no, and we're gonna do this and then the other instead, and then they keep the shit, even though it's either not true about the person and they just made y'all believe it was, and then once somebody like, just a regular sober member gonna do but nothing. There's nothing they really can do except go away and like never show their face again, you know what I mean? And then other times they have them, like I said, they're fakers. They all do it together. They pretend there's some sort of big scandal at the end, or that person took off whatever, but they're all splitting in the background right behind y'all's faces and laughing the fuck about it. And then the person goes under different clothes. You don't recognize them anymore. You don't really know who the fuck they are. And they're right back out in the streets. But over here, they will create drama on it, right? For weeks and weeks. And that profits them, makes money for them and shit. And so, for weeks and months, they'll be after this person, and sometimes you'll see a person pop up on a channel or chat, go, it's so happy, whatever, and they're playing in it. It's just drama. But it also is their way of pulling these bigger scams, and I've seen it repeatedly over here. There's one that I've noticed, it's been 3 or 4 times, at least since I've been around. This one particular one's went under different names and shit, and in different creators, and they've all started, yep, there's one here that's been pretty prolific at playing these fake scam games and shit with these, well, it's real scams, but they're fake, anyway, they're players in it. But they do the things for sure around here, and they definitely get up to that during this time of year. But interesting. So anyway, but yeah, I watched one of those start some stuff in cows a while back, and I'd watched it do this 2 or 3 other times. Like, then I never finished seeing if that's played out or anything so far there. But I have a feeling there's second cow. It's fine. Anyway, don't know, Enhanced. There's been so many around here. Anyway, yeah, they're all just, it's the same playbook, man. They just feed out whatever the fuck. This place is not entertainment. This is not true crime, anything. It's true fucking criminals, for sure, that are absolutely violating federal laws. In and around these cases in real life, including ours. And, they're using you all a whole hell of a lot to do a lot of the worst things. And they make y'all believe it's for the best reasons, or, whatever, but it's like call-outs. People watch these creators, and all they have to do is give y'all the idea, and then y'all go in droves and do some of the dumbest shit for them, and some of the worst shit that hurts these cases the worst. I don't know, y'all have to be more specific. It's been an odd day. I don't really feel good, like I said. I mean, I don't name it though around here. Hell, you have creators with fake children that are standing there telling y'all they need socks and shit. And y'all believe it, so. But yeah. You have creators and their fake children comparing how they raise their imaginary children versus the rest of everybody else. I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell? people can't do the math on shit, you know. But either way, I'm not really gonna touch on that because I feel like that was meant to be put on purpose and shit, and a theme maybe if shit got really weird and dry around, you know, Christmas and such for these doofballs. So anyway, but yeah, they just follow the same playbook, you know. But all I'm saying tonight is that, and I could go ahead through the night and just add in all these fucking receipts, cover the same shit, show you the videos of Anna and all them doing the shit to little. I mean, look, they were calling that one kid a murderer, dude, last year. You remember during Christmas, Annabelle and them and Monster and her fucking with Little, making fun of her goddamn name, voting on shit, calling her a fucking murderer, kidnapper. Remember that? And of course, it's something they've always done around my kids, but it's just like, look at Adrian slash Turtle Boy over there. I mean, that motherfucker's going to kids' games. He's scaring kids. He's, you know, accusing children and all this. I mean, it's a playbook for these motherfuckers. They're standing over here with the hashtag save all the babies. Meanwhile, you all are watching them harm real fucking children. You're watching them commit child abuse, you know, and psychological and emotional damage to real fucking innocent children around the country in each of these cases. And laughing about it, cheering on, and acting like any of these theories or narratives are fucking legit or that it's okay to do, you know? It's not okay. And it's not fucking entertainment. This shit does affect these children in real life, you know, and they try to get near every minor child they can around any case, just like they have Summers. You know, and especially if they're fucking witnesses and such, or know anything, or they think they know anything. And they always find one or more around any case to accuse, to try to make look like something, you know what I mean? And the other reason they do that, though, is to create public doubt, which then tampers with jury selection and pools. See how that works, and see how any comment and when you follow along with their narratives and their bullshit can then affect the real cases where you all want actual justice for and real arrests and real facts and information. Well, see, but it's just like, you know, the glare tonight asking those to share that at water coolers and shit in their towns and whatever else and blah blah. And I'll let you know, there's a reason they do this shit. And then honestly, the more cases they can keep from being solved or whatever and all this, I mean, the more they profit from it. And that's a fucking fact. And, you know, they can turn around and sure be like, but look at you, like Benny earlier. Remember on his little thing from last night? Well, you make money. Yeah, okay, buddy. I don't think like my couple $100 a month on AdSense or what I get in Cash App's PayPal is like, you know, but it actually goes to survival, not dope shit, not music shit, not new sneakers from none of this other bullshit, right? Y'all got like 9,000 platforms. Y'all fucking shit up on purpose, doing all these things, targeting. I mean, it's just stupid, right? And once again, we're gonna revisit the whole. I don't know who the fuck any of y'all think you are as creators. To make money on even Candace and Dawn's images, Summers, the boys, mine, my children's, our voices, our work, whatever, and you all are nobodies, literal fucking nobodies around the country, and how you may have people mind fucked into thinking otherwise, but you're nobodies. You're behind icons, you have bigger records, more drug habits than most of those y'all talk shit about, and you're gonna quote save the babies. Spare me with your bullshit, okay? But you're not gonna make any of us believe that somehow it's okay for y'all to make. Do you know how much these fucking creators have made on us, bro? Do you know? Seriously. There's some rough estimates out there. You should go check them out, man. And I can guarantee you every creator here has made, I don't know, about I don't know, when you come to the midsection, at least, right? God, it's still hard to tell because it's like the swirling. But yeah, they can kiss my ass. Either way. I mean, even in the first few months of Summer's case, these motherfuckers had already, and this is what can be seen in the forefront. Millions of fucking dollars. Millions. No sport was as large as it was before the scamathon shit that hundreds of thousands of backgrounds scraped off, but made behind, all scrap, and not including what they fucking stole from it, other things, other means, all the fuck shit and crimes in there. Not including Marathon's #2, Billboard's 45, all the bullshit in between, all the drama, the continuing to eat people for years, and using their images and whatever narratives and shit they want to put out to screw with everything on purpose. Yeah. So that they can just can the bullshit, and this whole narrative that I somehow make some sort of fortune over here is absurd. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Anyway, but they always flipped around to that shit, right? I'm sorry, but last I knew, this is my face, my image, my channel. And I'm here in real life, and this place, you see, this place has been hunting us. This was not we came hunting this place, alright? This place, in hours of summer vanishing, was hunting us. And then within hours, you have certain ones in there talking all about us and all the things, and, anybody and everybody's name that could come out of their fucking pie hole and making everybody else put themselves look so, and misdirecting and misinformation campaigns, whatever, right? So it just, yep. Now it's unfortunate that nobody handed any of us pamphlet, did any more than go, oh well, social media sucks. It'd been nice to have a pamphlet. I'm serious. One of these days I'm gonna start printing that shit out and sending it immediately to others around cases about this group and how they work and the fuck shit they do to get in contact with those around you, to stalk you, to expect people. I mean, just the fucking shit. I swear one of these days I'm gonna make a fucking pamphlet to just fax in immediately to all locals, everything in the area. If only I owned like a helicopter or something, I could go blanket an entire city in pamphlets like they do during war efforts. Anyway, I don't know. But all I can say tonight is that if that shit is a fucking threat from that one again, and I don't find it a coincidence that it vanished or whatever, though it's been around the streets, just not on its, either way. I'm not gonna take that shit lightly. And so if the shit continues, in the group fashion it's going again this season, well, I know who to call, where to call, and what to do, and, well, I'll tell you, it's gonna just be more shit for the pile to compile with, because I'm just over it. Any more major fucking events, any more knocks, calls, fucking with myself, my family, especially right now, oh boy. Yep. And when it's done, it's just going to be more proof and evidence that it's being done again. It's like, I wish I was these assholes, and I didn't have such an issue with Aaron LE or DAs or Attorney General, state generals and things, and all that and others speaking. But I do. And I don't try to use it for entertainment of any kinds. And I rarely do any such thing. I think maybe once, like a little blurb, just like tonight. I think that's enough. Sometimes, but it sometimes necessary. Either way, I'm really sick of being fucked with. My family, my children, etc. And by the way, one of you dipsticks, and I'm not gonna name who, but one of you assholes, and got one of you little pick-me's disseminating the idea that it's a good idea to start I don't know, apparently there's a 1-800 military number, okay? According to these dipshits and shit. But it is a season to harass me, my children. Especially children. Lord. These people and their Christmas shit. What is up with that? Think about it. Think about it real hard. These fuckers every December are terrorizing children. For money. When Christmas is supposed to be really oriented around children. This is what they do to make their money, plus doing it in the middle of open and active investigations where they're proclaiming they're going to save the babies. What the fuck? Right? Give me a break. And then a bunch of women over, for the most part, cheering this shit on, watching it, acting like it's cool, man. It ain't cool. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? I'm just like, whatever. But anyway. Yeah. So one of these dipshits is starting to put out little shit in the chats. Their little pick me. This person has supposedly allegedly called the military, okay, to see if Eldest is even in the military, and they were like, no. You know, I'm like, and then they were like, JDC's a liar. Huh? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Anyway, don't the rest of y'all go get any fucking ideas on being stupid. I don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen to you if you start calling branch man harassing motherfuckers. You know, are you serious? I mean, I know y'all serious. Y'all do all that shit to every other service on earth, but Jesus Christ. And I guarantee you most of these dipshits here that would do that are also the type to be like, America. Huh? It's a weird thing. I don't know how to make sense of it, but that's true. They really would be the types to be like, America! And also be calling and harassing motherfucking military. Whatever, man. And as we all know, there's more than enough evidence and proof that my eldest is indeed in. Y'all ever stop? Seriously? No, I don't even know. That's rhetorical. Don't answer that. Anyway. But I had some other plans to try to do something else. It's probably what people are trying to distract me from currently, but whatever. I didn't even feel like being here tonight. I still really don't. Feel really bad. Last night shit went real sideways while I was online, but it got worse throughout. So anyway, I just really don't feel good right now. And anyway, I don't know what's up with all the idling. I assume and neighbors like it's fucking cold out there and I'm not getting out. So I noticed it last night when I was live, or after I got off, I noticed that Salted was live, and it was something about Fred. So I'm like, and something to build up his truth or whatever. I just don't care. They act. That's the thing. They're going with fucking a false narrative built on a false narrative. All right. Like, I don't care. And I know Fred, so I know what the fuck Fred is, what he does. I know Fred speak, like, whatever, you know? And I don't give a shit what this place says. But, I also don't care if he's speaking. I just don't give a shit. I mean, this place is, look, Laura ain't wrong. You know, this place literally is trying to get some of us killed, y'all. And if shit is like it's told and it's popping off in there, for him, I mean, they don't look. This place will literally watch us all die, try to push us to suicide, try to get us murdered, even and shit like that. And they'll think they'll suffer no repercussions or there'll be no ramifications, you know, this and the other. And I mean, some of these creators y'all watch literally have done that for years online. They have pushed others to suicide, and they sleep just fine with themselves. And then they made their way over here into the true crime arena, and now they're all like, protect the babies and protect the abused women and do whatever. And they've really been the spear points for other people dying. They are no better than murderers, and in my opinion, really are. You've got freaking abusers here. You've got extremely abusive men and male creators. You've got extremely abusive women, and they're all one thing or the other, and they're the ones leading us, save the babies and save the women. And you watch them, though, do the opposite. You watch them use abusers. You watch them target survivors, victims, fighters. I mean, I don't understand what the fuck. This place is like fucking, it's like, I don't know which circle of hell, but maybe all of them combined. Like, at least 6. Right? But the thing is, they don't think they care, and then they would just literally, I swear to God, like, if what they've tried to get done gets done, whatever, and like, say I get killed, I'm sure they'd find out in about 3 seconds since they watch the scanners and traffic and all that shit around here, and they're always stalking the fuck out of everything around here. Wouldn't take them but 3 seconds. And they'd have it up online, and people be like, excellent, but you'd watch Ziggy and BK or fucking Tiffany or any of them or AB or whatever, they'd either go into the well, she sus, now what are we gonna do? And, you know, she probably whatever, and now we'll never, they'll either go that angle or it would be the, you know, oh no, we were always behind her 1,000%. No, we never did anything bad, and we don't know what the fuck, and oh my gosh, what happened? And even when like shit came out, and you know, information, I mean, it could be like, yep, tragedy pimps got her killed, and they'd be like, no, that wasn't me, that was Beanie, that was Ziggy, that was this bear, or that lean on, or this person, or a Shay, it was not me. Remember, I always had their back, and that one time I bought them like a pair of slip grip shoes. Swear to God, they would. And I've watched, as I went back and researched these, I've watched them on other, I mean, the material left behind sometimes, especially in places or by those who are willing to cough it up and help you figure out who these fuckers are and what they've been up to for years. Some of them, dude, you can watch their lives and shit and things as they were terrorizing these other motherfuckers and pushing them to death or pushing bad things to happen, doing whatever to them. And then literally as soon as they're dead, I've watched some of these creators you all watch every fucking day. Then turn around and be like, no, we were friends. I always had the, I mean, seriously, just that is the wildest shit. And yet here they are. And then you want to know why each of their fucking things are hid, like all their materials in case, from case to case to case to case. Or you think Summer Wells was the only one for those, like, any of these here? No, it wasn't. They were involved in the rest of the fuck shit too. They just wormed their way up from the background, right? Like they come from other communities and shit, but in their spare time they were trying to get in here and get around those like MGL and other bigger creators like Gray or Duty Ron or McDonough or whatever, right? Which McDonough, when I first came here, he had very few subs and almost so crap he wasn't what he is now. He's definitely built from somewhere, but you get what I'm saying, right? And they circle the other ones that are making the most, and then they build their way up from the pick me mods, the members, the hey heys and chats. They go through, they get their own channels, they do this, they do that, they do their jobs well for a case or two, and then they're given the gift of being part of the crew. You know, it's the same song, it's just ridiculous. It's pretty gross, but it's repetitive. And notice, like, some of these brought in Summers that quote built Summer World's, they're all pulled in from drama, right? And then in Summers, what they did in turn did was they pulled more folks and more creators in from the drama community. You remember that? Remember when they had the Mallory bomb shit and all that shit pull in? And I warned y'all. I told y'all, I was like, yep, watch this shit. And then what happened? Well, you know. What are you talking about, Di? But yeah, I mean, they just... And then in the next case, you'll see these that have been built during Summers then did the same thing the ones before. And then, I mean, they just keep going. It's like this... It's literally like a 3-day-old possum on the side of the road, like an interstate, and it being 115 degrees. Just the parasitic growth and exponential rate of maggots crawling around is just astronomical. It never stops. Yeah, there have been quite a few pretend deaths in ants. There's been several in Summer's case, for fact. Hell, that one. Remember that one? She died 3 fucking times. And that was just at the beginning. Like, seriously. It's like, what the fuck? I think she had once before I was ever public. And then I think it was like 2 more times after we were sorta public. But I didn't have a YouTube yet. And then there was the fake death and all that shit, yeah. Had that chasing stamped and then still unsure about the Jose thing. I'm not buying it. It looks too convenient. That's just all I'm saying. And chasing also put the stamp on that and you know, whatever. And then eventually it takes months. And that one channel that was semi-okay turned rabid. The instant somebody told it to put out a death certificate, and I'm sorry, but it ain't that hard to find one from certain locales with the particular name, because it's a pretty common name too. But either way, I ain't buying it. Yeah, there's always a bunch of that. Chasing his fake leukemia. Yeah. For one, there's like 4 of these creators with the same leaky brain shit going on. Man, I think the zombies are maybe out. Like, somebody's having a fight about it somewhere. I hear hear things. It's like they always hit at the weird shit though too. It's like Benny earlier. It's like, oh, our channel's done. It's there, little whatever, right? For starters, y'all been noticing how the running rooms has been going, right? It's another tactic. I don't really give a shit. Plus, it is really December. But on top of that, newsflash, still getting around the same that I always get. Mine has never really been anywhere above 2. Stays 1 2. And here's fun fact. Another one. I don't care. I don't know why they think I care. Why do they keep bringing that up? Like what my views or subs or whoever's talking or how often my chat moves. Because I don't give a fuck about any of that. You only got 3 likes today, Judge. The fuck do I care? Like, they just project that shit on me, right? Because that's shit like they care about. Is that it? It has to be. Because, like, I can't, it's like they forget where I come from. And it's like they don't hear the words coming out. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Nor have I ever. It's not my thing. I know they always watching everybody else's number. I mean, I know it's what they do with it, but like, fuck does it matter? I'm not built that way. That's not what I'm here about. And how many times y'all heard me say that? I don't give shit for 0. I know y'all heard me say that. I said that coming here. I mean that still. So I don't even know why they bother going on with that shit. Y'all, I swear I did something really fucking stupid earlier. What I did was, I slapped my cup of ice down outside, right? And I was using a cleaner on some shit for my mother. And, anyway, I had my cup of ice. I thought far enough away, but I think the wind shifted or something. I don't know. Sort of picked my cup of ice up and, whatnot. I drank a little bit of water that had melted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it tasted funny. I was like, oh, hell no. It's like, you know, it's drifted on. I was like, So I spit it out. And I was like, fuck that. I mean, I threw the whole cup in everybody's wine. I was like, fuck it. And, didn't think anything about it for an hour or two. But then, burns appeared. Or it feels like it's burned here. I don't know if it's actually, I ain't looked to see, but it feels like it. And, my throat is feeling a little funky. Funkier as the night goes on. I'm like, that's what I get. That'll teach me. Yeah, I don't know. Well, see, I mean, I put it in the opposite direction the wind, was going. I thought it'd be okay, but apparently, like, a little breeze, it, like, shifted at some point. I didn't notice, so the cleaner spray, I think it went over in my, that's all I'm saying. Yep. So I was like, well, fuck. Yeah. I don't know. I guess once in a lifetime, right? I don't know. Don't ask me. Ain't my problem. I just know that I currently want to be like, la 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 la. Yep, man. Oh, can't do it. One of these days I'm gonna move. I don't know, like just so far away from You have a little island out there in the middle of fucking nowhere. I was watching something on it a while back, and how you actually get there and how you stay there, whatever. I live somewhere like that though. Put a fucking blowaway shack on the middle of the goddamn island in the middle of nowhere. That's what I'm gonna do. Ever again. I thought that it's fine. Anyway. Mm-mm. Anyway. Jesus. H. Sweet baby NASCAR. Jesus. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not putting anything on it. Believe it. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if it's anything beyond just feeling like it's burnt or not. Interesting. Uh-huh. And I figure what the fuck, like, what's the worst that can happen? It's gonna add some more scars to my face. Face is already full of them. It's survived worse. It'll be alright. So I assume at some point I'm gonna look like, I don't know, a pirate or something. It'll be okay. Jesus Christ. I wish that dude would stop with the local things, bring them over to Tragedy Pittsville. Really, I do. I found something wholesome. There's some guy that serenades cattle with a trombone. Looks pretty nice, relaxing. And if they advertise that Shenyun to me one more time, I swear I'm gonna lose my mind. Mm, I didn't say I wasn't beautiful, believe, or pretty or anything else. So I don't know why you took it that way. I like me just fine. And the scars kind of make the whole thing. If I was that worried about him, I'd come on here every day wearing makeup. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, of course. Mm-mm. I've never seen him enhanced. I honestly cleared up the page. I don't think I'm gonna partake. Cows these days just make me sad. Who are we getting up to speed? Who are we getting up to speed? God, no. Please don't do that. Anyway, oh, Furbies. Anyway, so, yeah, as you can see, the bullshit's what it is, and here's the fucking wild part. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is the one going, I am the woman in the background comments, right? But then suddenly refers to themselves as I. Winter, I don't know. So, it just is. Let me see here. Where the hell did I go? Oh, I don't know. I thought about being helpful and like tagging him in a bunch of the bullshit Bones is pulled as in like little clips of all the tiny bits of proof I can make manageable and easily digestible and just tagging him in it. So he knows who he's working with and in their group now. But I don't think Ryan would care anyway. I just considering the date his channel was born and how it's played out and it's so flavored like the rest, you know? I don't think he cares. Gotta get to that second History Channel piece, bro. Oh, and do note that the fear theme for me today goes along with Ryan's fucking thumbnail shit about them not being afraid. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a fear-driven narrative week of Imagination Station. Although I gotta tell you, anyway, so the IMZ woman obviously needs friends, so if y'all want to go be their friends, I posted their channel link in the comments in the community, or well, in the community tab there. Anyway, so let's see. I wonder if I should just go ahead and include some of those thumbnails and titles from last night and today into this, but I'm just, nah. I'll just keep it where those are at for now. God, what the hell did I do? Cannot believe I did that to myself. But like, did I really? Because like the last 30 some years of my life, that method of placing your drink far away at work, and then today I don't think it did. Not so hot. How in the world did I do that again? I'm not even gonna ask questions. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna take some of that from last night as a threat, and definitely based on what's been going on and occurring, that's where I'm gonna stick with it. So, you know. And the thumbnail of my own obviously implies the group and all the workings and and it's like tonight and through yesterday you can see, and if you know and you're around here, You know how all these people link up and what the fuck they're doing and how long they've been at this with us. And so I'm just going to take that as a threat. I'm going to leave it at that for now. But, just more shit, right? And if anything else pops up, shit goes sideways, well, we'll know, won't we? I'm just sick of it. I'm like, whatever. But they really are just rinse, repeat. And, the harassment and targeting people in real life. And at the request of certain ones. And I gotta tell you, the other day, you see this cycle with Ziggy and the jail shit, the Fred shit, and the Ryan shit that's been going on. Um, because of certain shit here on the ground, it definitely has a feel to it. More so than their usual tragedy pimp shit, right? And I think really all it's helped me to do, I mean, not, it's never helpful, but sometimes watching how they rotate, what they do, when they do it, the timing of certain things, it gives away big giant pieces. Or, puts more pieces into place, right? For who's fucking with who and for what reason and people's requests and that type of thing. And all of those who are firmly fucking about with Summer's case and everyone around it. And I just, you know, but I don't find what's going on lately. And the usual, just, you can't say the usual tragedy pimp shit either, because this shit's been directed to for longer than we've been public. But, um, you know, it gets extra flavor. It really does. And there was, and at some point in the next couple days when I feel worth shit, I'm gonna get to some of this stuff I've been meaning to. Um, anyway, y'all, right now, I think I've, at least for the moment, what I'm feeling like, I've had about all I can deal with uh, today. I'm pushing it, I feel like. And I'm starting to feel extraordinarily bad right now. So, my body is telling me to knock the fuck off. And I'm gonna listen because, yeah, like I said, lately it's been a little harder than usual, even to come here. So, anyway, you guys, before I like die on camera or anything, anything stupid happens, because last night I could tell my shit wasn't working right and not getting enough blood flow and all that crap. I don't know, it's like right now, I get terribly, ugh, and it's like you're wide awake one second, the next second something ain't pumping or doing right, and then all you want to do is just be asleep somewhere, you know, and you kind of can't help it when it's doing that. But I also have late night chores and stuff to do before I can rest. So, uh, yeah, I'm just not feeling very good again. And I pushed it too far and I wasn't feeling good when I come on here. But, I thought it pertinent to make sure that to line up the hours and all the things, especially with what's been happening around everything. Well, the whole time, since June 15th forward, but you know, each cycle has its own thing, each direction, each just regular tragedy, you know, all the things, right? But this cycle in particular has a certain flavor on it. And so I think making sure everything's here and as open as can be is the best. It's a fucking travesty. What the hell these people do? All of them involved, connected, everything on back up from these random nobody asshole criminal needful things online behind icons and shit all the way back here to locals and otherwise. And the shit they've done and the shit they continue to do. And you can see it occurring in many other cases around the country and have for years before summers apparently, and overlapping in those, continuing right along with it. And it's getting bigger, badder, and worse. More criminal, more extreme, same playbook. Talking to children, witnesses, like just inundating communities, tampering with jury pools, fucking with services, courts, using shit for setup blackmails, you know, tormenting shit out of children, committing criminal acts, hoping that, you know, statutes or online will save them, you know, from their fuck shit like they've been used to for so many years. But, you know, I'd hazard a bet, unlike glaring on why the feds are now sniffing around the Reed situation. It probably had been before they even made their presence real known out in the open. And I'd bet a lot of that is going to have to do with what's occurring online with these tragedy pimps and defense teams, and like you're seeing in Delphi, and you're seeing these tragedy pimps play roles into, but that defense up there is definitely using tragedy event methods of this guy we fired, took photos of that, all this shit. Yeah, I ain't buying it. But there's other fuck shit in there. But you're seeing so many cases screwed with, man. So many. And a few of those, by those who are most likely to be guilty, are already named as the prime and only suspect, or on trial, or all these things. You're seeing them use tragedy pimps just in the same way that tragedy pimps would do it anyway. Wouldn't matter if they had participation or anything, they would do it anyway. So I guess they figured at a certain point, why not join forces, right? And defense attorneys are getting the idea to use these places for that and social media for it, and being able to get by with it and keep their law licenses and shit, they think. I mean, and look at the revolving cases, like, around shit. These people, they can set off tinier ones like they've done, around Summers too, with all of us, or even each other. They can false lawsuits, fake this, fake that, fucking with people, using services around all this shit, and they're doing it in every case. And it should terrify the absolute shit out of any of y'all who really care about real victims, survivors, fighters, or anything remotely like justice or just other laws or basic rights and freedoms in this damn country or the world as a whole. I mean, seriously, y'all should be fucking terrified of what's fucking happening. Because what'll have to be done to stop half of it's going to affect all of you all as well. Just like these tragedy events causing all of Florida and all citizens in Florida to have part of their rights taken away and shit, and their rights to redress and all these other things. I mean, like, yep, just a few little shit stain on the salad bar tragedy events, who, by the way, are all in this particular group around Summers' case. They literally went down to Florida and fucked around so much in Petito's case. They got all of Floridians' rights taken and changed by some asshole like DeSantis. Whether you like him politically or not, that dude used what citizens wanted to be done to stop tragedy pimp in order to take all of the rights away of certain people and to tamp down on to, whatever, for political reasons instead. So there you go. And it affected all, no matter which side of the political aisle you leaned on. And it will affect them until someone goes back and reverses them. And in this day and age, that's rare. So, anyway, the same things will start happening across the country. In order to stop these tragedy pimps, when it does, all y'all are gonna lose too. And so will others who ain't got shit to do with tragedy pimps, If it's not stopped, I don't know. Y'all should be terrified of what you're watching and seeing and participating in. Because what it can cause is devastating for even all of y'all. So, like the Glare said, right, go share it with Karens, go do whatever this and that. Well, remember when you do that, each comment you make online, every time you participate with these fuckers, you're actually harming, no matter your opinion on anybody around a case or whatever, or your thoughts or feel. Every time you do that, it brings those creators up in algorithms. It lets more people see them. It also brings more eyes to them. Every time you do that for creating, like, and you're talking about them around a water cooler, you're actually helping them destroy, terrorize, contaminate jury pools, swaying public opinion versus fact, proof, and evidence in a courtroom. And in a day and age where everything, look how easy somebody online can make you look like you're fucking sus or guilty of something. Is that really, if it was one of you all inside of a courtroom, is that really how you'd want jurors to be like, well, watch this 5-minute clip of a talking stupid cat online, so therefore, or I watch this junkie in Kentucky say, or I watch this literate asshole in Texas be like, so therefore this person in front of me is, and there's no way half of these jurors anymore these days. They used to sequester them and whatever. Now they just make them like pinky promise they won't use their phones or no, they haven't heard about it shit. If there's people out here who purposefully go around like these do and insert themselves in search teams and find people working for courtrooms or judges or DCS or CASA and all these things, or they purposefully go and stalk people, or pretend to be police or feds or whatever on all these things, and they have no problem tampering with law enforcement cases, etc. And do you really think there's not people out here that won't insert themselves? Yeah, like they get the opportunity, they happen to be called for jury, and they're like, yep, alright, I'll do that. Because I watched The Glare, or I watched Benny, or I watched whatever. You think they fucking wouldn't? And then they base their opinion on whatever. Right. You know, so, I mean, yeah, motherfuckers there threatening to come murder us, cut us up into pieces and shit, because these woo-woo fucking creators online tell them all this fuck shit, dude. You have people literally in the first hours and days shit inserting themselves in search crews. You have them, all these things and all these cases, man. It's just wow. Oh, you couldn't write or make this shit up, but they damn sure do, man. But also, it's the same playbook, man. Same playbook, almost, in every fucking case they touch. No matter how short or long-lived it is, or how long they can keep it going by fucking it up on purpose. But remember, when you follow direction and shit, and they are your topics of conversation anywhere, really, when you're having conversations about them in public, or with strangers, or with your besties, or whatever at the water coolers, what you're doing is actually helping them disseminate the shit that's tampering with these cases. They're using you. And they're using you as buffers too, so they don't, So they're not doing it. It's the same way they do all of you in chat when they have their little pick-me's or whatever's with the 93 fucking 40-ounce raincoat shit. Pop up in chat and be like, hey! And insert whatever it is for the day. Narrative, thoughts, opinions about somebody, like extreme shit. Call up for like matches and scamming like shit like that. And then everybody else is like, well, hey! Because, yeah. It's just kicking a pebble into a pond. Carnival barker shit. From the way back. They're just using the same tricks that snake oil salesmen and cons have used for eons long before tech existed. So, and new ones, unfortunately. There wasn't fucking AI cats. But, anyway. Ow. Yeah, that'll teach me. Alright, so anyway, guys. Damn. Alright. I may put some chapstick or something. I don't know what the fuck. Because it's up here on my face. I don't know. Anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm off here. At least for a little while. But yeah, I don't feel good. So, the chores and gonna rest. Ugh. Anyway, y'all, please do share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for help. It can and does save lives. And the more tech meets up with call centers, things like that, the astronomical amount of lives it can save then is just, I think it would be mind-blowing. It can save lives in all types of different situations, whether out in public or home alone. For children who can't speak yet, or those with verbal, issues, disabilities, strokes, you name it. Like, any type of patients at home needing help, unable to get it verbally to be able to dial now, all these safety measures you can set up with that, just to tap a button. Like, think about it like Idaho 4Ks, where maybe if they've been able to tap something and do a signal over device instead of any noise, give them away. No 911 operators being like, hey, how can I help you? No noise to be heard, and you could just do a signal. And you could set that up with friends, neighbors, others, to do that signal so they could call police for you, anything. And it was almost something similar I tried to devise during the time that Monster got extraordinarily bad the last years, but it didn't quite work that way because of the way the house is shaped and things in and out of it, and the way it always managed to have us all right there under its eyes. So, but it wasn't with that hand signal. It was by other means, methods, but definitely visual. But then that always depended on one or two people having certain code words for us and GPS things, all these other things, man. So didn't quite work out still, but it could have, had it been like a call center, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, the hand signal can save lives in public and at home and in a million different hollers with a million different children, and it can save so many. So please share it, because the more it's shared, the more can learn it, the more can recognize it, and the more lives it can save. Also, as always, please do share Summer's picture information, call her by her name. And by information, I don't mean tragedy pimps, YouTube, social media. I don't mean any of us speaking around any of this. I do mean law enforcement, local and surrounding, TBI, FBI, etc. And do you remember there's a helpful Q&A on Summer and her case over there on the Fed's website? If you can watch a stupid AI cat, you can spend 10 seconds going to read it, and then that means a whole hell of a lot of y'all these creators then can't screw around with and pretend they don't know the basics and all this there, because guess what? Every live they could bring that list up on her case and not be taking it, they don't. Because they are absolutely aware of the basics and shit. But it pays them more and helps them continue to tragedy pimp more if they pretend they're ignorant or keep you all ignorant of all those basics and facts and things, because, well, it's beneficial to them. And harmful to the cases, though, and to the people around them if they keep you ignorant. But it also makes sure that these tragedy pimps have to then stay on a certain path because they can't proclaim it anymore. Well, was this searched or were neighbors? They know, and they themselves can go pull up the Q&A on Summer's case on the Fed website. And if any creator you see doesn't seem to know at least those basics that the Feds give on their website in a helpful Q&A session, then you need to make that creator aware, and so they can learn. And then if they want to play stupid anyway, and then they have no excuses after that, do they? And then they're going to stay in line and stick with the facts around Summer's everything instead of this machine thing they do with the using of everyone and taking everyone for fucking rides. Alright? Also, when I say information, I mean local investigative journalists, and I do not mean those like JLR, Bullhorn, Enton, or O's. I don't care what you think. I'm not going to go with dudes who fist bump motherfucking tragedy pimps in front of the Idaho 4 house, alright? It's just how I roll. It's like the anti-tragedy pimps to the news world, that and fucking Court TV. I ain't got no time for that shit. So anyway, yeah. And I ain't gonna get behind that. So anyway, please do share Summer's picture and information. call her by her name is a very tangible way to help bring her home to her community and her brothers, and so that she, and law enforcement, can help tell her story, or that she can tell it herself. And I know it sounds silly always to people, but it is also a good way to help find, suss out, get the keys dropped for, that blow everything wide open, right, is the quote, so that the person or persons responsible are found and brought to justice. And maybe even getting something to shake loose where, or somebody to finally see something one of y'all shared and go, wait a minute, my family member, or this person I know is acting weird. Well, they do concentrate far too much, or they're acting, or they've got something just kicks into place for them, and they pick up the phone and turn in that person around them. And, or maybe even possibly the person or persons responsible will eventually get fed up and sick, or their heart, much like the Grinch, will grow like 400 times, and they will finally do what's right and turn themselves in, walk up the nearest steps of anywhere, really. I don't give a freak if it's a freaking McDonald's, as long as they're like, hey, and turn themselves in. Fire department, police department, I don't give a shit, as long as maybe and hopefully they do. Because the truth is that everybody else may be losing hope, and it may have been this long, far longer than it should have ever been, and it should have never happened in the first place. But they can't run and they can't hide forever. They can't, and they won't. So anyway, you guys, just share her picture, information, color burning. But y'all have a good morning, good evening, and good night wherever y'all are. Do remember, don't be Mr. Rogers or, anybody else, right? But, you can always kick little pebbles of goodness and be little sparks of light, and, that your voice too matters, right? And one voice does count, and can make change and difference. So, but anyway, yeah. So y'all have a good morning, good evening, and good night. Be the little sparks.